It's been a week that India won the famous World Cup in Navi Mumbai. We're not too far away from Navi Mumbai in the beautiful state of Goa, and I've got the company of Samik here with me. Sammy, firstly, thank you so much for your time. A week, it doesn't feel like a week though. It feels like only yesterday because we're still celebrating the humongous win for this Indian team. Tell us your thoughts on how is it that it made you feel for India to have lifted the World Cup, having come so close on multiple occasions, but finally that hurdle was crossed.
Well, I feel 2nd of April 2011 feels like yesterday. So 2nd of November feels like I'm still at the stadium because I talk about the World Cup and I immediately get goosebumps. Like I'm still getting goosebumps because I was there at DY Patil. I was there sitting with Smriti's family, Harman's family. We were watching the game together, and I feel everyone had cried out all their tears in the semi-finals because that was just one of the best games I've witnessed. I'm not saying this men's, women's best game of cricket I've witnessed because the dominance of Australia. We've seen what they've been doing for so many years. They've won 7 World Cups. We know that it was everyone said an underdog. Underdog was like the 1983 World Cup when we beat West Indies. I feel that's the level of dominance Australia's had, and that's what it meant to our girls as well, which is why we saw all those tears and we saw the emotion behind that semi-final. In the final, they seemed like grown-up, mature women who have experienced something very special in the semi-final. Of course, the pressure of a final is very, very big. And I was speaking to Harsha and I was speaking to DK. I was on CricBuzz, so Zach and the gang was saying that, the finals is pretty much about just having your nerves in check because South Africa also, it was their first big final. So it was about having the nerves in check, which our girls did. And I felt that we were very stressed in that first innings. But the second innings, I knew that Laura's wicket's going to be key. And she just played such a spectacular knock because she's such a brilliant cricketer. But once she went, we knew that, all right, this game's ours to win.
Okay, since you tell us that you were in close proximity to where the action was happening, you were with the family members as well. Tell us the one story which we may not know and something that you noticed over there or something that may have happened within the family groups.
I feel Smriti's dad is adorable because he is so insightful about the game that he knows exactly what's going to happen. He'd predict what's going to happen. Very calm for somebody who's, I guess he's seen it for so many years. But I feel, I think it's all out on social media. But what I found extremely cute was the way Harman jumped on her dad. And like she was like a little 8-9-year-old kid. That's when her journey probably started, and that's what it means to the family. But I feel that just these little bits to see the family, because we've seen women in cricket, we've seen women in sport in India, has not always been celebrated as much, and I'm very glad that we are celebrating it now. But it's been a battle for many years, and this family's fought this battle with the girls. So you have to credit the family because they have stood by them, they have supported them, and it's essential. So I feel that it's everyone, it's the girls and the family's cup.
Were there any prophetic words from Smriti's father, since you say he was very insightful and he could almost predict things? Any prophecy that came true?
No prophecies, but he was generally saying he if there was a review taken, he'd be like, no, don't worry, this is going like, he wouldn't even see it again. He'll just know exactly, saying, no, her ball will go down, so don't worry about it. Like just so relaxed about it. But in general, the way everyone knew Laura's wickets very key, and generally about how we should get those few quick wickets. But just the way he knew what's going to happen, where the next ball's going to be bowled, and kind of just chatting with him through that was great.
We saw the match on the telly, and the one thing that stays with everyone is, remember 2011, MS said that when the winning runs were just about to be scored, the Vande Mataram chants went around the stadium. The same thing happened at Navi Mumbai Stadium, at the DY Patil Stadium as well. Tell us, did that moment also give you goosebumps? What was that feeling like to be there?
I'm not joking, look at this. So the goosebumps are here to be seen because I was there at Wankhede in 2011 watching India win the World Cup then, and I couldn't have missed 2025 because I watched it with my dad in 2011. I said, you have to come, we have to watch it together because I'm super superstitious. But the chants of Maa Tujhe Salam and Vande Mataram hit hard and hit differently this time because the fight has been much longer. It's been, a journey which has gone on for very long. We have seen how the girls gave the cup to Julan ma'am, to Mitali ma'am, because they have been fighting this journey for so long as well. So it was very special because all the girls there know what they fought. And I have to credit BCCI, because if you don't pump in the money that BCCI has pumped in, you will not see change in sport. And we are seeing this change because they have gone ahead and they have promoted the WPL so much. Our girls have gotten exposure, they've gotten more match practice. So I hope that we get more matches and more match practice, because that's just going to be the way forward.
In terms of the sport moving forward, is there anything that you would expect the stakeholders to do much more? It could be, I often say this, that fans are equal stakeholders as well. Anything that you expect of any of the stakeholders, including the fans, to take women's cricket to the next level?
Well, the true fans showed up at DY Patil, and I'm very proud of every fan who was there. I feel what was very emotional. I used to play cricket as a child, and I used to see like the boys around me smirk. When I grew up, I started chatting about cricket. The grown-up men would say like, what do you know about cricket? And that smirk. The same men were in the stadium crying. So I feel that's changed. And cricket's evolved, women's cricket has evolved. So I just hope this support obviously is going to grow multifold after what the girls have done. I hope to be seeing them on big hoardings with big brand endorsements, because they deserve it all. And I hope that we get more match time. I hope we get more test matches, and there's just more matches played now, because the WPL has given that momentum. But I hope there's more cricket played in general for women.
We can't, be done with this chat without talking about Amol Mazumdar. How do you look at his contribution, and were you able to catch him maybe after India were done celebrating that night?
Well, unfortunately, he didn't. He was celebrating, and I didn't want to take anything away or be intrude there. But I chatted with a few girls after the game. I couldn't speak to him, but this victory is so precious to him, because we all know his journey as well, his hardships as well. And someone who loves the game stays with the game and contributes in some way or the other back, and that's what he's done. And it will mean so much to him, because every cricketer wants to see that World Cup in their hand, and he's managed it with what he's done with the girls.
One quick word to parents out there who still believe that the sport's probably not meant for girls and are just a bit hesitant. What does this victory sort of mean to the Indian society, and what is it that you would want to convey to those out there who may still have that glass ceiling in their heads?
Well, I feel the girls have spoken. They have let the performance do the talking. So I really hope the attitude towards women in sports changes, and it has changed. I hope it changes even more for the ones who feel that it's still probably not the best thing for women in sports. I feel it you're not only seeing this in cricket. You saw Saina Nehwal do it with badminton. You're seeing like a Hima Das do it with running. You're seeing a Mirabai Chanu do it. You're seeing so many women do it. So it is the future, because the girls are bringing us the medals and the trophy. So we just need more of them out there.
Shyami Kher, thank you so much for your time, and have a good time in this lovely city of Panch.